Electrolytes, do you actually need them? Welcome back to the Health and Mind channel. Before we get into today's topic, I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who has subscribed so far. This channel is growing day by day, and that is entirely because of you. It genuinely means the world. If you're finding value in what we do here, please share the channel with someone you care about, a friend, a family member, a colleague, because that is how we keep growing together. Okay, let's get into it. The truth for athletes and regular people when it comes to electrolytes. You've seen them everywhere. Colorful sports drinks, fancy powders, influencers sipping electrolyte water first thing in the morning. The market is flooded with products telling you that you are depleted, you are unbalanced, and you need to buy their product right now. But is any of that actually true? Today, we're going to look at this objectively. No hype, no brand deals, no cherry picking. We're going to answer three very real questions. What are electrolytes and why does your body need them? Do you actually need supplements as an athlete or as a regular person? And can you just eat your way to balance instead? Let's get into it. What are electrolytes? Let's start with the basics, because there's actually some genuinely cool science here. Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electrical charge when dissolved in water or body fluids like blood. Think of them like tiny charged particles, keeping your body's electrical system running. The main ones your body uses are sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, chloride, phosphate, bicarbonate. Now here's the key thing. Your body is actually pretty brilliant at managing these on its own, under normal conditions. But these minerals do a lot of heavy lifting. They help your cells absorb and retain water, so hydration isn't just about how much you drink, but whether your cells can actually use that water. They regulate muscle contractions every time your heart beats or your legs push off the ground. Electrolytes are involved. They support nerve function. Basically, every signal your brain sends to your body travels along electrochemical pathways that depend on these minerals. And they help your body regulate temperature, which becomes critically important when you're working hard in the heat. So yes, they matter. A lot. The question is, are you already getting enough? For athletes and active people, when you exercise, you sweat. And sweat isn't just water, it's water plus minerals. And the biggest one you lose is sodium. Here's something that should catch your attention. A sweat loss of just 2% of your body weight can noticeably hurt your performance. That's only about 1.4 kilograms for a 70 kilograms person. And that's not from dehydration alone, it's from electrolyte depletion too. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends replacing 300 to 600 milligrams of sodium per hour during exercise lasting longer than 2 hours. That's a specific, research-backed number, not a marketing claim. What happens if you don't replenish? Muscle cramps. Because electrolytes regulate muscle contractions, and when you lose too many, muscles can misfire. Fatigue and decreased power output. Impaired concentration and decision-making. And in hot conditions, a real risk of heat exhaustion or even heat stroke. Electrolytes help your body regulate temperature, so losing them during a race or a long game in the heat is genuinely dangerous. Now, here's what the sports drink industry doesn't always tell you. For most workouts under 60 to 90 minutes at moderate intensity, water is probably enough. Your body is remarkably good at holding on to what it needs for shorter efforts. Where electrolyte replacement becomes genuinely important is in endurance sports like marathons, triathlons, and long cycling events. Team sports played in hot weather, multiple training sessions in a single day, and anytime you're working out in high heat or humidity, the science is solid here. For these scenarios, electrolyte replacement isn't marketing fluff, it's physiology for everyday, non-athletic people. What if you're not an athlete? What if you work a desk job, go for a walk sometimes, and just want to feel good and stay healthy? Do you need to be drinking electrolyte products every day? Honestly, probably not if you're eating a reasonably balanced diet. Registered dietitians are consistent on this point. Most people can sufficiently meet their electrolyte needs through a balanced diet and plain water. For most people, it is absolutely true that we already get adequate amounts from the foods and beverages we consume daily. But there are situations where even non-athletes can become genuinely depleted, and it's worth knowing them. Illness is one of the biggest ones. Vomiting and diarrhea cause rapid electrolyte loss. This is real, and oral rehydration solutions exist for a very good reason. Hot weather matters too. If you work outdoors in summer heat, you're sweating even without formal exercise. Certain medications, particularly diuretics, can increase electrolyte loss significantly. Aging is another factor, because older adults are more vulnerable to imbalance, partly because the sense of thirst becomes less reliable with age. And low-carb or very restrictive diets can accelerate sodium and potassium loss, particularly in the early stages. What about the flip side? Yes, you absolutely can have too much of a good thing. Overconsumption of electrolytes, especially sodium, is linked to high blood pressure and increased cardiovascular risk. People with kidney disease need to be especially careful because their kidneys may not be able to excrete excess minerals effectively. The honest take for everyday people is this: don't overthink it. Eat well, drink water, and pay closer attention when you're sick, sweating heavily, or spending time in the heat. That's when it actually matters. Can you just eat your way to balance? This is the part I personally find most interesting, because for most people, the answer is yes. You don't need a powder or a sports drink. Real food is packed with electrolytes, and it comes packaged with fiber, vitamins, and everything else your body needs anyway. Here's a breakdown of the best food sources. Sodium and chloride. These get a bad reputation, and too much is genuinely a problem, but you likely already get plenty from everyday foods. Olives, pickles, and modestly salted meals all contribute here. Potassium. Sweet potatoes are excellent. Avocado is great, with potassium plus healthy fats. Spinach and other leafy greens. Beans and lentils. Yogurt. And yes, bananas too, though they're honestly not even the richest source. Magnesium. Whole grains like oats and brown rice. Nuts, especially almonds and cashews. Dark chocolate, yes, really. And beans and lentils again, which are genuinely underrated superfoods. Calcium, dairy milk, yogurt, cheese, fortified plant milks, canned fish with soft bones like sardines or salmon, and dark leafy greens like kale and broccoli. Phosphate, eggs, meat, fish, dairy, and legumes all cover this one well. If you prefer to drink something beyond plain water, there are natural options that genuinely work. Coconut water is naturally rich in potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium with low sugar. It's a solid alternative to commercial sports drinks for lighter activity. Milk sounds boring, but research actually shows it's excellent for rehydration. It contains sodium, potassium, and protein, which helps the body retain fluid. Fresh fruit and vegetable juices provide potassium and other minerals, though it's worth watching the sugar content in store-bought versions. And here's a simple homemade electrolyte drink that costs almost nothing. Water, a small pinch of salt, fresh lemon or orange juice, and a little honey. Clean, effective, and no marketing required. A diet built around whole foods, fruits, vegetables, legumes, dairy or fortified alternatives, whole grains, and lean proteins will cover your electrolyte needs on most days for most people. What about supplements? When do they actually make sense? There's a massive industry built around electrolyte supplements, and it's worth being clear-eyed about it. They come in many forms: powders, tablets, ready-to-drink beverages, gels, and gummies. Here is when they can genuinely be useful. One real concern with many commercial products is sugar. Some electrolyte drinks are mostly sugar with only trace amounts of actual minerals. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 to 9 teaspoons of added sugar per day, and some sports drinks can get surprisingly close to that in a single bottle. If you do choose a supplement, look at the label. You want meaningful amounts of sodium, potassium, and magnesium, and minimal added sugar, unless you genuinely need fast carbohydrates during prolonged athletic effort. And one important note: if you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, or diabetes, please speak to your doctor before adding any electrolyte supplement to your routine. To wrap it all up, electrolytes are genuinely important. This isn't hype. They keep your heart beating, your muscles firing, your nerves signaling, and your cells hydrated. For athletes, especially in endurance sports, heat or multi-session training proper electrolyte replacement is scientifically supported and matters for both performance and safety. For everyday people, a balanced diet covers you on most days. Be alert during illness, heat exposure, and if you're on certain medications. You do not need expensive products to stay balanced. Real food, sweet potatoes, avocado, leafy greens, nuts, yogurt, legumes does the job. Add coconut water or a simple homemade drink if you want something beyond plain water. And if you do use supplements, read the labels and consult a doctor if you have any health conditions. That's the honest picture. No drama, just the facts. A massive thank you for watching all the way to the end. It truly means everything to this channel. The Health and Mind channel is growing every single day, and that is because of you. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need it. Tell a friend, post it, send it to a family member. Every share helps us reach more people and keep making content like this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and come back soon, there's plenty more to come. Take care of yourselves and have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.